are still being patient with this Euro USD pair, right? Now, if we go out to the weekly, we can see that price for the past few months, price has been trading in this range here, right? Price has pretty much been trading right in this range right here. Let me show you guys what price has been trading. Price has been pretty much trading right in this range, right? Down, up, down, up. Looks like it's going, price is going back up, but price has pretty much been trading right into this range. So we have right here, we have a top of the range, and then we have a bottom of the range. Now, as you can see, this low here was higher than this low. So you got you're still in this range, you haven't broke out of it yet, but you're still looking at like an uptrend with this market, right? So if anything we want to do, if we're looking for short-term trades, we want to be looking for something to push up to the upside right here. Right? So we're still being patient with this pair. So what do we have? Do we have an opportunity to collect some pips on the Euro USD? Well, I would say yes, we do. Because now we see price was trending down for the month of June, right? Because remember, from line to line is 1 month of price data. So price was trending down the month of June, and now price is going back up in the direction of the overall trend. Now it's moving back to the upside. Okay, so what we can see is price has moved up pretty solid here. Look at these nice size candles. We had looks like a little gap right here. Then price had this indecision doji candle, then price began to move up. So what do we need to see, or what would we like to see in order to get in line with this trend and possibly get a trade, right? So what we want to see is price to pull back. We want to get a pullback because price is too high. So we don't want to buy high right here. We want to get a pullback in this scenario, this particular scenario. We want to get a pullback, and then we want to set up for a trade to the upside, right? So I would go down to the 4 hour because I know my direction that I want to trade in. I have my trend direction. I know I'm not looking for a sell. I'm looking for a buy setup. So here we have it. We see for the past 3 weeks, we see because from line to line on the 4 hour, you're looking at a 1 week of data, right? And this is how I look at the charts. Whenever I switch time frame, first thing I do is I realize what is this specific time frame showing me, and what is the time that I'm working with. So yes, each candle is worth 4 hours, but I'm looking at I'm separating the data into a weekly I'm analyzing the previous week because I'm on the 4 hour time frame. It's from line to line, it's 1 week. So here's what I mean by that. So if I look back 3 weeks, I see price came down and then it began to consolidate right here. Price began to consolidate for 2 weeks. Price essentially just didn't go anywhere. What's important about price not going anywhere? Well, price couldn't break lower. Price couldn't break lower, and eventually price struggled to break out of it, but then eventually it broke out. It broke out. And if you can read price data, and trading is easy. It broke out, came back, retested this trend line right here on the money, on the button, retested it and popped right up. Right? So what am I looking for? So I'm looking for a continuation to the upside. We know that. But if I bring out my Fibonacci retracement tool, I'm looking to identify if it goes down to the 38.2 and then price begins to reverse. Well, I know that's a very strong trend to the upside, right? Because if it only retraces back to the 38.2 level, that tells me that there's still not enough sellers in this market. If price retraces back to the 50% level or the 61.8, then that shows me a good pullback and price is in line with continuing to the upside, right? Of course, I will wait for a price to show me that it wants to reverse, and go back to the upside. But that is my logic behind that. It pulls back to the 50% level. Also, you're right in line with this level right here of demand. Look at this. This is a level right here of demand. That's right on that 50% level. So I'm looking at a few different scenarios, but basically I'm looking for a retracement down somewhere either here, or even here, right? Whenever price begins, so you may get a retracement down to the 50% level, but you may get some wicks, or to the 38% level, 38.2 level, but you may get a few wicks. You may wick out a little bit. Price tries to go lower, the buyer step in and reject it back to the upside. That's where you get those wicks from. But then price wants to continue back up to the upside. Right? So that's what I'm looking for. But I already got my bias in this pair. So nothing else is going to change my mind. So now all I got to do is just be patient. I may let my chart stay on the 4-hour time frame. Glance at the chart a few times a day. Because you're going to get 6 new 4-hour candles in a 24-hour period. So I may just look at my charts like I know it's going to pull down a little bit more. So I know I don't have to look at this at 1 o'clock. Maybe not 5 o'clock or 9 a.m. whenever, because I'm Eastern Standard Time. So I won't look at this at 9 a.m. I may not even look at it at 1, but maybe around 5 or maybe 9 p.m. tonight, I may get in here and take a look at it to see where it's at, to see if it's beginning to pull back. Also, keep in mind, tomorrow is Wednesday. So I'm also looking for that midweek reversal to get back in line with the overall trend. But the point that I'm making is, I've already identified my which direction I want to trade in. I already know the levels that I'm looking at to potentially get a reversal. And now trading is pretty much easy. If I get those things happening, I take a trade. If these things don't happen, if price just crashes through here, trade is up. No good. It's no good for the trade because we can't control the market. We can only try with a high level of confirmation to decide, try to figure out what the market is going to do. High level of confluence, using different factors to come in here and try to, formulate a plan. If then plan, then this is what we're going to do. But yeah, being patient, still looking at this Euro USD. I think at some point this trade is going to pay off here in the near future, but we're waiting on a really good setup so that we can take this trade and hopefully make some pips, right? My target would be around here. So for instance, if I get a pullback to here, I can make about 100, let's say 100 pips, 114, 115 pips if it goes up to 120 pips. But that's what I'm looking to do. And I will probably not, if I successfully win this trade, I may not take any more trades for the week. So we'll see how it goes. But that's what I wanted to show you guys on the Euro USD. Patience is always key.